3 years to avoid seller stamp duty. Next, commercial shop houses. Where can you find them? The advantage, it is mainly in the business district and central region of Singapore. Now, just now I mentioned about the flexible uses. One of the use is hotel. And according to the records that we have actually tabulated, in 2019, we have 265 of them. I have done some research in March. There is about 319 hotels, right? This, how I extract this number, many will be asking. I went to hotel licensing board to count it one by one, excluding the cease, excluding the one that has been seized in terms of operation. I only calculate the active ones, and this exclude the number of hostel in the market. For hostel, there's only about 100 of them, right? And the number one hoteler own more than 9,000 rooms in Singapore. You should know who are they. So who are buying and where? Foreigners. The foreigners actually eat up about 70% of the purchaser. They are the muscle. And sadly, 30% of them are Singaporeans. And the district performance, District 8 is the number one performing district, 31 sold, followed by District 1 and 2, the Golden District, 29 of them. And 14 is Geylang, 15 of them. Lastly, 15. District 15 is Chuchet, East Coast. There's only 9 of them. Why? Why foreigners love shop houses? Look at the 2 books that I collected. You look at the name of the author, who are they? In Singaporean slang, we call it Ang Moa. But then they are actually Caucasian, not Chinese author. So this proven that foreigners truly love shop houses. This is my book. If you want to have a look, you can always call me. I can share with you. Now, look at the beautiful typology of the shop house facade. They are the trophy assets. And this is sequentially from the early style, followed by first transitional, late style, second transitional, Art Deco style, and lastly, modern style. So where are they? Business District, District 1 and 2. Later, my mentor Richard will share about the Golden District, the CBD, the king of king shop houses location. There's only 1,200 of them. Followed by Business District 6 and 7. There's only 620 of them in Bugis, Kampong Glam. Next, my focus, Central District 8. There's 3,000 of them. And in Central District 8, it actually been segregated in 2 portions, the Chinese community and followed by the Little India. My focus is mainly in the Chinese community part of Jalan Besar. Little India, I have one colleague who is focused there. She will be sharing one of the shop house selling in Little India, right? It's a very, very small community. Then next, the place where I resonate the most, Geylang. District 14, there's only 570 of them, and you will be able to find the URA award-winning heritage shop houses, mainly in Lorong 24A, and this is the shop house number. Whatever I shared with you all here can be found online, and this is the interior, award-winning interior that can be found. District 15, Chuchet. This is the beautiful facade of Chuchet, and there's only 520 of them. The numbers are given is all approximate, yeah, because I just count. Sometimes I may just overshot, but somehow or other should be quite close. Now, look why I want to talk about Keong Saik, because just I already mentioned I resonate with Geylang. In Keong Saik, about Keong Saik in the past, there was this book written by Charmaine Leong, the daughter of the owner, back in the 70s, about 78 Keong Saik Road. The mother was the mother of the maiden of the brothel, the operator, back in the 1970s. Keong Saik was a prominent red light district. And today, the price has gone up so much at 10,700 per square foot. This number can be found in URA release statistic. And frankly speaking, if you ask me, I find that the numbers reflected in the transactions does not justify the shophouses, the intrinsic values. Why? Let me show you the proof. Okay, in Geylang, I'll show you the proof later, yeah? So in Geylang, it is in city fringe. Is it really sleazy? It's not. And it is 2.5 kilometers from Bugis, near Suntec City, and very close to Marina Center. You know, when you speak to the Chinese customer, they will tell you, oh, MBS not so 船, 飞船, okay? It has become neater, tidier, changing in character and flavor. Now, how long is Geylang Road? From here, Lorong 1, okay, this is Lorong 1. Can see, yeah? All the way to Lorong 44. It's only 2.2 kilometers, as short as Orchard Road, with 3 MRT stations. First, Kallang, then Aljunied, and Paya Lebar. It's just seated right beside the Paya Lebar Regional Center. So how do you value the shophouses here? And the main commercial spine is just here, the blue ones. Okay, to find out more about shophouses, the zoning and the users, and whether can it be extended, you know, there's a lot of differences. That's why I say within an hour is not sufficient for us to share the years of knowledge and experiences we have about shophouses. It's not like, you know, buying a piece of cake off the shelf. You must know the shophouse is a very niche market. To come in, it's not easy, and to know more about the 28 users, you really have to find someone who is very, very, very into shophouse. Now, look at the Geylang value today. Number 382, 7.3 million. This is the quantum we're talking about in Geylang shophouse, which is a 7.3 million. The shophouse number 382, this is the one, 4-story. That is why I say the value, when you just look at it, it does not justify. You must look into the actual, the physical lot of the shophouse. How does it look like? What about the intrinsic, the condition? How well renovated? And then there are people who say, hey, shophouse, I saw transacted 2.3 million. Yeah, 2.3 million is burnt now. You're buying an empty land. You need to rebuild from the ground. And do you know that to rebuild a shophouse, you need to actually apply for the planning permission? How long it takes? Probably 1 year. You know, it's not like you suka, you want to build like this, mean like this. You must go through and work along in compliance with the authorities. Can this be done? Can this use can be changed or not? Etc. and so on. It's not just one authority. It could be 5 to 6 authorities. Okay. Now, the next shophouse that I would like to share. Okay, number 3. Sorry, I make a mistake. This is 382. The 382 is a 2-story shophouse. The 372 is the 4-story shophouse, which was transacted at 4,839 per square foot. Let me erase and to correct myself. My mistake, I'm sorry. Okay, this is a 2-story shophouse, transacted at 4,800 per square foot. It's done deal. So look at the vacate, 4,800 per square foot approximate. Okay, this is the price of Geylang today. So you tell me, Geylang sleazy? I don't think so. I can actually bring you to walk along the Geylang solo at night safely. Now, the shophouse that I'm selling today, okay, not sell lah, market lah. I don't say sell lah. Actually, after the buyer purchase, I will still be there to service the leases. Okay, this the shophouse, right? It's 2-story plus attic. So it is a freehold tenure with a prop ratio of 3. The land may be the smallest, 945 square feet, but you can actually extend the rear court. Many customers say, are you sure or not? Now, you look at the tip of this rooftop. Later, I show you the back of the shop house. Okay. Now, first story is actually approved as a F&B shop. Okay, it's a very valuable use. Okay. Second story can be an office, and it also comes with an attic. Current build up is about 2,000 square feet. This is the actual location. 10 minutes from Aljunied MRT. And how do we differentiate the shop house, whether it is conserved or not? You can look at this coding. Okay, all this coding, okay, in the darker red. Okay, this is the Geylang that I mentioned to you. That is about 2.2 kilometer, right? So having mentioned about the rear extent, we can actually extend. With a plot ratio of 3, we multiply by the land area of 944 square feet. We can actually achieve a maximum gross floor area of 2,800 square feet. How sure am I? We can work with the authorities to find out even on the URA space. And secondly, we can actually get the hints from the label. Okay, this is the shop house that I'm marketing for sales. You see, label is already rebuilt up to 4-story. So if you tell me about the numbers in the statistic, oh, that is cheap, etc., and so on. Please, I earnestly hope you come and walk the street of shop house, and I'll tell you the differences, the price. The number just does not justify the actual shop house, you know, that is for sales in the market. We really have to look into it physically. Now, let me share with you the interior of the shop house for this boutique shop house that I'm selling. This is the floor plan. This is the interior. Let me share the video. Can see? Okay, hang on. What do you all see on my screen so far? Any questions?
Looking at the first floor restaurant, the floor plan there. I think you need to stop share.
Okay.
Yeah,
wait,
then you go in again.
Wait a moment. If I'm going too fast, you all must tell me, yeah? Hope the pace is all right. Okay, here we go. So first story of the shop house is a restaurant. It may be boutique in size. In Chinese, there's a saying, 麻雀虽小，五脏齐全. It has a seating capacity of 24 pax, approved by Fire Safety Authority. Proposed layout also approved by SFA, Singapore Food Agency, and the operator have gotten the NEA license to operate sometime in May. I was the one who assisted the operator to apply for the food license, so I'm very proud of it. So this is the toilet where the portable grease trap is located. That's the lady boss. This is the kitchen. Walking to the back. This is the back door of the shop house. And over here, this we can actually drive into this back lane through Lorong 24A for loading and unloading for those bulk order and for catering purposes. And because of the market have changed, I have also assisted the operator to bring the business online. Okay. And then next, the second story. Let me stop sharing first. Then let's proceed to the second floor plus attic. Can see?
No, can.
Can. Okay. This is the entrance from the side stairway of the shop house. Concrete flooring. Walking towards to the end, here is the rear court where we can review, followed by the toilet. I always will actually zoom into the ceiling to confirm there's no leakage. In the event there's any leakage or issues like densation or the porous wall, there's like, you know, fat mold, moldy, then I will inform the buyer, because all this can be done. Because shop houses patio wall are quite porous, so sometimes, you know, when you buy over, you need to do chemical injection to protect the structure. So this stairway is inbuilt in on the second floor. This is towards the attic. So do note that the attic is legal structure. I know that there are shop houses whereby there's illegal attic. Not illegal, just that they never register, you know, the built-in with the authority, namely BCA. You know, for the shop house owner back in the olden days, what is BCA? What is structural architect? When you have chance to have a look at the floor plan, you'll be like, wow. Okay, so this is the shop house. That I'm marketing. If you're interested, feel free to connect with your agent to find out more. Okay, hang on. Me? Okay, this one I have shared with you all. Okay, this I have shared, the second floor plus attic. Sorry, how come? Okay. So any questions on the Geylang? Am I going too fast or very boring? Must let me know or am I going too slow? Any questions on the ground?
So what is the asking price for the unit?
Okay, the asking is at 3.2 million subject to GST. The smallest, the cheapest shop house for investment, and I'll be there for you. Any questions on the shop house for sale? You can, if you feel uncomfortable to ask here, it is okay that you actually go back to your agent and then we can connect privately. Yeah. So if no question, then I'll proceed to next. Yeah. Okay. Next, I would like to share about the length of Chuchet Road. I always like to talk about the length. Okay. When there is no honey, there's no bees. So the shorter, the better for me. That means there's a limited, it is limited in supply. There's also a good control of the prices. Also, do take note that I don't encourage speculation. So therefore, when it comes to presenting the shop houses, sorry? So when it comes to the presentation of shop houses to my customer, right, I also look at the profile. Okay, are they buying to flip or speculate?
They're asking people for repeat the price.
Oh, the price of the Geylang shop house for sales is 3.2 million, subject to GST, negotiable. Fully tenanted. For the rental receivable, you can connect with me privately. I'll share with you. Healthy yield. And do note that when it comes to shop house investment, we don't look at the rental yield. We are talking about capital appreciation. If you want to look for a rental yield, call us for industrial property. Only industrial property will give you like 5%, 6%, 5% on the average. We don't overpromise you anything above. Now, we talk about the length of Chuchet Road. It is 1.5 kilometer, 520 units of them, starting from the Chuchet complex and at the I-12 cross junction, just adjacent to the East Coast Road. So the blue coated are the conservation commercial shop house. So it is very limited in supply. Okay. Now, what about the value at Chuchet? Okay, you may find this transaction, number 381 Chuchet Road. Note that the transaction 27 million. This is not a shop house. my hyong my hyong That's why when you look at the transaction, you all must check out. You must Google map this shop house or is it a shop house or not? Is a building, because there was one agent who called me and said, hey, there was this shop house transacted at number 381 for 27 million. I said 没有嘞，没有这个 shop house Are you sure or not? Then after that 我跟他hey hello， 你的 customer 有给你 information why it was a building. Then the highest based on the latest transacted is 190 Chet Road, which the use is a pub. Price per square foot already at 3,300 per square foot. Based on the land size, based on the land size. Why I keep reiterating about the per square foot based on land? Because sometimes by looking at the land, it's not sufficient. We have to look at the physical bit. Because as what I shared earlier in the previous slide on Geylang, there's a 4-story shop house transacted at 7 million. There's a reason to it, okay? Because of the build. These are all numbers. Now, the one that I'm marketing with a exclusive, this exclusivity, okay, is at number 236, which have a very unique use, okay, under others. As I mentioned, there's 28 users. You can find them in URA space. So this is the bucket. The neighbor is a hotel. The hotel did offer back then, 10 years ago, owner refused to sell, but today he regretted. Now, this is the shop house. We can also extend the rear court. And Maisha, call me, I will tell you the answer. And this is the plot ratio 3, and it has a length of 1,570 square feet. The current build is 2,700 square feet. Tenanted at a very good will rent because the tenants are there for a long, long time. Right? Second story is used as a residential. You may be asking, hey, Grace, got residential, so that means there's ABSD. No, the zoning is commercial. You don't mix up the use and the zoning. Zone as a commercial, no ABSD. Only those with first story as a commercial and second story as residential, the residential that component will have ABSD. I can guarantee you, put my foot on the chopping board, no ABSD, because the use is residential. It's approved use, it's not zoning, okay? Now, this is the exact location, okay, in Juchet. And this is actually facing a big car park and labels to establish F&B who are very popular on Instagram, Facebook. Have a walk there, you know, enjoy the ambience, the neighborhood. You will fall in love with shop houses like the way we are. Now, this is actually the first story, proposed layout approved by Singapore Food Agency as a wholesaler, and they are into import export of seafood. Also, they can do a B2C. B2C meaning business to consumer beside business to business, all right? So this is the interior. Let me get the video, yeah? Hope no lag. Okay. Can see?
Can.
Can, huh?
Yeah.
Now, so from the entrance we walk in, it has a very wide shop frontage. On the left-hand side, it is an office, air condition, where they take in the online, offline orders. Now going to the back, this is the processing area. Do note that all this layout have to be vetted through by authorities. It takes about 2 months for approval. And beforehand, when the tenant took over, the electric loading was only 40 ampere single phase. The tenant actually gone through the hassle to apply for LEW to enhance the electric loading up to 100 ampere 3-phase in order to install the cold room, which is about 3 to 5 times cold room for their frozen goods, right? This is the back door where you can access to the rear court of the shop house for ease of loading and unloading. Because 14-footer truck can actually drive into the back of the shop house for this delivery. because as I mentioned, the operator also into B2B. Now, this is, let me see whether if I can show you the door to the cold room. Okay, this is the door to the cold room on my left-hand side. Wait, I rewind a little bit. There. This is the cold room. Okay. If you would like to, you miss the winter days in other countries, tell me, I bring you there. We go and have a winter there. Okay. Then next. Okay, this is second floor, the residential. Right now is as a quarter. So do not discriminate them. Frankly speaking, if you ask me, the workers have actually contributed to the development in building our country. So treat them as part of us. You know, I can actually mingle and speak to anyone from all walks of life. I can bring myself to their level. You sit with them, eat with them, you know them. They are very nice people. Okay. Now, this is actually the layout of the shop house. To share with you all, the plot ratio is 3. Based on the land area, is 1,570 square feet. And the maximum gross floor area that we can actually build is 6,200 square feet. So you may be shocked by the asking, but asking price do not justify the price, the value of this shop house. Okay. Let me share the interior. Okay, coming soon. Okay, this is the shop house, the second story. So this is the interior, the environment of our workers who are working in Singapore. For residential unit like such, we can only have about 8 occupants. That is the maximum. And do note that because of this social distancing measure in place, right? For any of the residential property that is housing the workers, there must be at least 2 toilet facilities. One is not sufficient. So there's a back door, there's a fire exit. So because of my time is right, I already overrun the time. So if you all have any questions, feel free to connect with your agents, all right, to find out more about the shop house that is in the market for sale. So there's 3 rooms. So each of the room house about 2 workers. This is the condition of the home of the workers.
Can we invite questions? Is there any questions for Gracelynn at this point?
Because I will be wrapping up in 30 minutes. In this 30 so not 30 minutes, in this 30 seconds, no questions. I will end my presentation and hear out from my next colleague, my mentor, Richard.
If you have any question, you can connect with Gracelynn directly. I think it's Kris. Kris, are you there? Are you ready?
Helen, let me just download this part first.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, then I will hand over to Kris. Okay, come. So yeah. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is Richard Tan here. Yeah, let me share my portion. So I will be covering on this so-called during this CB. So what actually happened during this CB? What actually happened for commercial property market for commercial or even the industrial also. So okay, let me share my screen and the slide first. You can see Helen.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so let me start the session. So mainly for me, I will be covering more on the CBD area I will covering more on the CBD area. So generally the market outlook on the commercial property. Okay, so okay, this photo actually was taken from Warwick. So this is the entire Tanjong Pagar area. Okay, and also on the right hand side are the Chinatown. So this is just part of CBD, just part of CBD. Okay, let's look at the news, which is all these news. Okay, of course we have seen all the negative news that is happening around the world, talking about in Singapore, in US, in UK, everywhere we have been doing. But what actually happened during this circuit breaker? Yeah, what are the transactions that has been happening during this circuit breaker? So maybe I will just share. So okay, one of the property that has been done during this circuit breaker is Brilliant actually sell this 111 Somerset, the remaining 30% stake to Sandy Ho. Sandy Ho actually is a billionaire in actually this guy actually own a lot of casino in Macau. Okay, so actually Sandy Ho has owned this 111 Somerset somewhere in 2017, 70% of them, and recently he just bought the remaining 30%. So generally now is wholly owned by Sandy Ho. Yeah. Okay, so this is one of the transactions that has done. Okay, another transaction, and actually there's multiple transactions that has done also in the commercial and industrial area. Okay, for example, the first one, if you can see, the first one is Holland Village. Holland Village actually sold at 15.2 million. Actually, just to share with you guys, the land is 1,005. The two-story build up is approximate 2,000 square feet plus. If you work out the per square foot, it is more than $7,000 per square foot. So this is one of the record price that has done, during this so-called pandemic. Okay, so this is one of them. Another property, we're talking about People's Park Center. People's Park Center is in Chinatown area. Okay, there's 9 units of adjoining units, retail space has sold. Actually, they have sold somewhere about 22 million. It's also inside the article. They work out to be about $3,900 per square foot. So another transaction is at Lucky Plaza. Lucky Plaza total, there's one adjoining unit, 6 unit of strata size, actually sold at 30 million, 30. And actually the per square foot is $9,600 per square foot. So you just imagine, these are the transactions that has been happening, during, or in the COVID-19, period. And people are still looking into, prime commercial industrial properties. Okay, let me continue. Yeah, this is one of the very recent article. Okay, talking about this one is in June. Okay, they mentioned Singapore ranked number 4 in the safest place to live in during pandemic. Anyway, all this survey has done all over the world. Anyway, the first country is Switzerland, then followed by Singapore, and on the number 4. We are number 4 position to be so-called. We actually given the world knowing that Singapore actually is a very safe country. Okay. Besides even safe, we have political, we have a very stable government, and just imagine our government has handled this pandemic, this COVID-19 situation in a very awesome way. They do all way out to make sure that our Singapore are safe. So the other side was covered by Gracelynn. So Singapore also being the number one country that actually investment in during this COVID. So besides doing that, besides government are doing all the necessary to prevent the numbers infection to go up. In another way, Singapore also doing all way to start to actually let the business travel start from 8th of June for China and make Singapore China a fast lane so that they can actually come to Singapore. But of course, there will be precaution, more measures to in place, which is government has already mentioned. Yeah, so that they allowed China to start to come in for our business. We cannot just stop. And so even New Zealand also gradually, the border also reopening. Malaysia also in the talking now. So I think there will be more and more countries to be reopened. Yeah. Okay, so okay, this is a very wonderful news, you know, that our government has implemented. Okay, actually already started. Actually started in 1st of March 2020. So 1st of March 2020, okay, they are giving more, you know, flexibility for the high net worth, for the company, for the PR, you know, to actually has a fast track of become a PR. Let me mute the. Okay. Okay, sorry, because I'm the host also. I need to handle the thing. Okay. Okay, let me continue the
Sorry,
PR.
to let someone in.
Yeah, I really like it. Okay, so this investor, this scheme actually really helped because government really want the high net worth, the company to come into Singapore to generate, you know, jobs and bring, you know, basically they are going to help our Singapore economy with this thing which is they are giving more flexibility to the high net worth people. Okay, this is one of the best news that I is in June. It's one of the best news that I can highlight. Like, you know, this Alibaba actually bought 50% of the stake, you know, in AXA Tower. Actually, really did that is something that I just want to highlight. You know, of course we can mention a lot of things on commercial property. You know, the tenants are suffering and this and that. Anyway, this is not only Singapore; it is the world. But because of that, because of Singapore, our government, you know, everything that they have done to make sure that, you know, we are seen, we are proven that, you know, Singapore is a financial hub. Again, we are again the one of the best financial hub. We based on economy in terms of in Asia, we are one of the best also. So we really, you know, government really want to make sure. That's why Alibaba also come into Singapore. Alibaba also come to Singapore and invest. Just imagine if Alibaba come in Singapore, do you think all the ultra rich Chinese from Hong Kong are they also looking into it? Because if they are coming in, but why, you know, there must be something. So that's the reason why actually it will definitely attract more foreigner coming to Singapore. It will help the commercial market and the whichever industrial and commercial market. Okay, the next news will be also very important, which is Saudi Group. Okay, Saudi Group actually bought Chevron House on the retail banking first. I think it's three floors. So they also acquire property in Singapore and they buy into CBD. And this Saudi Group is also another group that actually they own multiple commercial property around the world. So just imagine if this group also comes in Singapore, definitely it's going to help again for Singapore commercial property and industrial. Yep. Let me continue. Okay, so of course all these news you guys have already seen. Okay, so the rich, same thing. Besides talking about commercial, they also come and snatch on luxury home. Even our Singaporean also buying into it. Okay, this is one of the. Hold on. Okay, so this article has already been in the Business Time last year basically, or this year. Okay, basically our Singapore top property investment is #1. We are #1 in property investment prospect, be it residential and commercial. It's already ranked #1 in 2020. Okay, these funds are coming into shophouses. Okay, this 8M Realty, I have mentioned a few rounds in the sector for this shophouse and commercial one. 8M has acquired approximate 800 million of shophouses. Due date, they have not sold any unit. Basically, they just buy and they just keep it. So all these funds are very strong. They are from where? They are from the US, they are from the Hong Kong. You know, and what I know, there's also country, you know, in the Asia also, something like Japan, if I'm not wrong. But of course, US and Hong Kong is one of the main funds that actually tie with 8M Realty to come into commercial property. So you just looking at an article, straight away they bought 70 million of shophouses. Just imagine. Even the Korean, the first time that I have heard, Korean buyer also come into shophouses. They actually bought the Bali Lane also. Yeah. So in Kampong Glam, in CBD, you know, these are the prime location that the foreigner are very interested in. Okay, let me cover a bit on the shophouse, because today generally are all shophouses transaction. That's why I will need to cover a bit on the heritage protecting. Okay, this slide was from URA. So generally, the history a bit of conservation is actually this Alan Chow is head of urban on URA. Actually, they actually registered this historical landmark. You know, something they get the support from our late Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew. They actually support it. That's why, because of that, Singapore Heritage Conservation Shophouse has formed. So we even started, you know, they formed as early as 1971. So there's also National Monument also as gadgeted also. And coming to Tanjong Pagar, 1987, actually Tanjong Pagar was the first area to select the large conservation area that has restored. Actually, it's approximately about 220 shophouses there. So these are the shophouses that has been gazetted for conservation. So because of that, so URA actually came up with 4, you know, historical districts. The first district is in Chinatown. Okay, Chinatown consists of Amoy Street, Telok Ayer Street, you know, Kereta Ayer, Keong Siap area. So Kampong Glam is, which is I just highlighted, the Korean buyer actually bought into where? They actually bought into Bali Lane. So Busoro Street, Arab Street, these are the areas actually classified under Kampong Glam conservation area. So which is later our colleague will be presenting some of the shophouses in this area. So Little India will be Serangoon Road, Jalan Besar, and all the streets, Deska Road, you know, Robertson Lane, Robert Lane, sorry. Yeah, Royal Road, all this. So I think a one shophouse, I think Gracelynn has already covered. So I will only cover on the CBD side. CBD shophouses is only less than 1,200 units. You just imagine the number of units that we have in CBD is so rare. So that's the reason why, you know, supply is fixed, demand keep coming in. So that's the reason why the foreigner also choose the best location. When they come and buy into shophouse, they will choose the best location. So the rest of the thing, foreigner are eligible on the commercial zoning and no ABSD and SSD. Okay, these are the chart that I have done for everyone. Okay, you can actually, if you guys want, I can send to you guys. Okay, we're talking about District 1. The chart actually show okay, the year 2004 to 2019. Okay, these are the per square foot. So this will be generally the guide, but in short, the shophouses has gradually increased over the last, especially from 2012 onwards. For the last almost 10 years. Generally, they are quite stable and increasing very, very gradually. Okay, District 2, same thing. From 2012 onwards, if you look at it, you know. And one of the reasons why it's like that is because of government actually set in the seller stamp duty, the seller stamp duty, and the ABST, and also the loan, the TDSL. So that actually also help the commercial market actually, you know, become more popular and people look into it. So District 7, okay, same thing. Okay, the price range has gone up also over the year and has been quite stable over the year. District 8 you see in Little India, same thing. Okay, as compared to 2004 to 2011. District 14 is in Geylang, same thing, also quite stable. Okay, but this is I just have to share. These are based on land size. So, but in short, overall prices has gone up. In short,
sorry,
but
Richard,
yeah.
Can you let one more person in?
Yeah, sure. So generally, what I can say is these are the prices overall has gone up. Okay. Okay, I think I have done my portion on the shophouses market on commercial property lah. So maybe I will hand over to, I will straight away hand over to Kris, Helen. Okay? I will straight away hand over to Kris.
Yes. Okay, Kris, are you ready?
So if you guys have any question, you can actually ask. Okay, you guys can actually ask later lah, after the whole presentation. Okay? Ken, thank you so much.
Kris, you need to unmute yourself first.
Hi, can hear guys? Good
Yes,
morning.
here, and we can see your slide.
Yeah, okay, good morning. Okay, so I only have 20 minutes. I'm Gracelynn from Richard Tan Group. Okay. Okay, as Gracelynn and Richard has actually shared with us, we all know that actually shophouses are actually in demand right now. And a lot of famous investor has actually come into Singapore to purchase, like Alibaba, Dyson, and also the Saudi Group. Okay, here actually is what we can do on the shophouses. Despite the pandemic crisis, co-living operation in Singapore remain unbeat. Okay, why is it so? Because research saying that a lot of expatriate and also some of the local are actually increasing for co-living, escape from being stuck at home and with family. And some of the new married couple actually prefer to stay in the co-living area while waiting for their new nest. Okay, let's take a look for the next page. Okay, comparative, who are the actually famous operator now in the market, which is actually Hamlet and also Live. Live actually in Funan, which is operated by the Escort Group. They are actually having service apartment. And Hamlet also are most of the people who well know about co-living. They are actually renting a lot of places from owners, which is actually not purchased by them. They're renting. They're actually Japanese group actually came into Singapore to do this co-living. For so far, they have been actually well managed and they are expanding. Citizen announced, actually we have already have more than 5.7 million in Singapore. Who are these people? Studies say they are actually 1.68 million, which is non-resident. All these are the expatriate. Only 0.53 million are the PR, 3.5 million who are actually citizens. So 1.68 million, who are these people who is going to stay? They're actually going to stay in like service apartment, condos, and also like now famous in co-living. Why expatriate prefer to stay in co-living? Because they're during the work period, there are actually lack of communication. So in the co-living market, potentially to grow because it gives the lively like life and work balance to all these expatriate. That's why co-living actually in demands right now. So let me share another slide that I'm actually marketing. So this pair of unit that I'm marketing in River Valley, which is actually in a prime prestige location, which is actually 999 from 1st January 1955, which we have 934 years balance to go. Okay, it's a pair of renovated unit, 6 separate strata, meaning to say we can, it's actually level 1 commercial, 2 commercial shop house, and level 2 to level 4 is actually living units, which has 14 rooms and actually 2 rooftops terrace. Okay, so location of this area is actually walking distance to Clarke Quay, 6-minute walk to actually Fort Canning MRT. Clarke Quay is actually a very famous place for all the tourists and is actually an attraction for a lot of working expatriate. Afterward, they will go there to relax and to drinks and to have their dinner. And this location is actually in District 9. It's surrounded with a lot of prime residential and luxury condos. And we are actually walking distance to UE Square Mall. Okay, so the plot ratio for this unit is actually 2.8. Residential for level 2 to level 4. And commercial is at level 1. So a lot of people talking about the ABSD. Okay, so basically this unit is actually asking at 24 million. 24 million, how are we going to derive to pay the ABSD? Commercial unit actually cover more higher value compared to the residential area. So basically, it will be projection to do a valuation based on the valuer. So per unit depends on the floor area, then it will determine about the ABSD. I will estimate per unit will roughly to be 2 million for each residential unit. So basically for a pair, for each unit, right, it's actually 12 million. So probably the commercial units probably will cover 6 million. And the residential area will cover another 6 million for the ABSD. The GFA will be actually concurrently is actually 11,590 square feet approximately. What is the possibility that we can actually use for the shop house? We can actually use it as a takeaway food shop, okay, childcare center, commercial school, community gym, fitness center, even massage and also medical shop else and also pet shops. Okay, so concurrently, this will be the property details. Okay, so we are able to do shops and residential status. Okay, we will talk a little bit on, okay, this will be the walking distance for all the amenities. We are near to Cathay, Plaza Sing, Bugis Junction, Marina Bay Sand, UE Square, Orchard Road, Fort Canning Park, and also supermarket and cinemas. So site plan, walking distance to Fort Canning Park is about 5 to 6 minutes walk only. So to Plaza Sing is about 4 to 6 minutes drive to Plaza Sing, which is pretty near. Plaza Sing is also one of the famous shopping center in Singapore. A lot of expatriates and a lot of our Singaporeans will like to go there during for their grocery purchase. Okay, 3 reasons why we want to invest in a shop house is because of the conservation status, location, and the space. As Richard already shared, in CBD area, we only have 1,200 units. So for this location that I'm marketing in River Valley, is actually a very rare unit that in the market that owner are selling. And especially for units that, you know, who is fully renovated, is actually come to even more rare to come by. So for purchasing this unit, we don't need to do up anything. And immediately we can actually look for a investor, or even you can run on yourself. So we are talking about, like, we can share a bit on the, okay, one of the famous shop house, which is actually in Tiong Siak Road, which is Potato Head. Potato Head is actually very famous, and so far it attracted a lot of expatriates. Level 1, there are actually, let me show you this graph. Okay, so the unit is suitable for multiple users. The concept of the Potato Head that I talk about is attract a lot of Western cuisine in Singapore and serving a lot of dishes that's suitable for catching up with friends. So this location is also in a highly recommended to do something that is in such concept. Yeah, so the occupancy rate, when buyer is actually normally interested to know, the occupancy rate for so far in this unit, right, is actually 80 to 95% occupied. Okay, I think that's about all that I will share for 20 minutes that I have. If you have any question, you can actually ask your agent to contact me for more details like floor plan and also more details information about this pair of units. So far, any question that you want to ask? Can hear or not, Helen?
Yes, we can hear you. Anyone has
Yeah.
any question, you can raise it here, or you can actually approach your agent. They will know how to contact Kris if you're interested in this property.
Okay.
Okay, I think if there's no question, Kris, can you stop share?
Okay, can.
Okay, so again, let me just repeat. I'll be up next. I'll be talking about shop houses in Little India, and then followed by Roberts Lane. and Wilkie in Clementi area, then the CBD office in Sunshine Plaza. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming in today. So today we are so for me, I'm just going to focus just to let you know, for the whole division, we have many listings. For Shophouse itself, we have multiple. We have close to 200, but we are not able to showcase them one by one today. So we only pick selected ones for selected ones and showcase them every week. So we'd like you to tune in and stay with us. And if you want to know more information about other areas in other shophouses, you can let us know. So today I'm going to showcase my shophouse, the shophouses that I have in Little India Conservation Shophouses. These are limited edition and collector's item. And because Little India is actually very big, there are many lanes and many and quite an intricate network. I'm going to focus only on Dalhousie Lane. Of course, there are other units that my teammate and we have in other areas like Roadwell, Albert Street, and other areas. If you are interested in some of these, you can let us know. Okay, so today, Kampong Glam, Little India. Just now, Gracelynn has covered that Kampong Glam and Little India, especially Little India, that has the highest transaction in 1 year. There are more than 30 transactions. The reason, number one, supply is very tight. We know that we cannot get any more new conservation shophouses. The rental growth and capital gain. This is actually an article by Cushman and Wakefield to tell us that the supply here is very limited and the demand is there. So just look at the Little India and Kampong Glam. They are not very big. They are actually very close to CBD in the fringe. And these shophouses are gazetted by the government as conservation shophouses. There are only 6,500 conservation shophouses. There are some shophouses that you see that are actually not gazetted as conservation. So you have to check in the master plan, you'll be able to see. The transaction and volume and price, there is no problem. In fact, they are actually doing very well. So the three shophouses that I have here along Dalhousie Lane is not very long, but they have very attractive and very unique design. Each one of them is different. So these are the three shophouses that I have. One of it is actually combined into two, but it can be sold separately. So the Dalhousie Lane, why it's so vibrant, and not only vibrant, the government knows that it is a growth area, and that's the reason why in that small area, they have 3 MRT stations serving that small area. Little India, Rochor, and Farrer Park. Sorry, there should be a Farrer Park on the left side. There's a mistake. So the population in Little India, it is also a very popular tourist area. The tourists will like, especially the Caucasian, the people from Europe, they love to go to Little India Arcade, where they can find arts and crafts, very colorful house decoration, a very exotic supply of intricate things that they cannot find anywhere else in the world. And so this is a popular and a must visit whenever the tourists come to Singapore. So this is the map of Little India, focusing on Dalhousie, centering on Dalhousie Lane. In Dalhousie Lane itself, you have this is Dalhousie Lane, and you have the Little India Arcade just next to it. And then you have the Verge, known as the Tikka Mall previously. This has been recently completed. They have changed hands and converted into a service apartment. So there's a white site, it's just right in front of Dalhousie Lane. And then the top part in the triangular, the purple triangle, that is the Indian Heritage Center. So the shopping mall, the Little India Arcade, and the Heritage Center, these are the places of interest for foreigners and tourists. Then on the southeast side, you will see that there is the boutique hotels. There is In-Crowd Hostel. These are award-winning hotels and hostels. And further down the other side, there's a Hotel 81. So you can see that Dalhousie Lane is actually in a very strategic location. It's in the center of all this. So people from the hotel and the inns on the left side will all have to travel along that way to go to the mall and to go to the arcade and the heritage center. And this is not all. If you look at this, you see the little window with a dollar with the price. These are all hotels, boutique hotels, hostels, and accommodation that is listed in the Google website. Okay, and that's the house. That is the housing lane. So if you look at the master plan, Little India, they are mostly conservation, and dark blue means they're full commercial. Full commercial means it does not attract additional buyer's stamp duty. So their housing lane is a dark blue and commercial, fully conserved, gazetted as conserved, and it's also dark blue that is commercial. So the shophouse, this one is newly restored. The builder is approximately 1,007. This is approved for F&B, eligible for top-up because it is conservation shophouse. The 2 units over there, they are approved for nightclubs. And the rental yield, if you look at the rental yield, it's 15,000 to 18,000 for the 2 shops combined. Why the price range? Because usually there's a step up in rent. The first year, they have a slightly lower rent because to help them with their initial startup. And then later on, the rent actually increased year by year. So next year, the rental expected to be 18,600. The approved use, okay, for just a little background, for shop houses in Singapore, if you are not existing food, F&B or nightclub, you can no longer get a new license for a nightclub or F&B. But the existing one, you can continue using as a nightclub and F&B. So this is 10 Dalhousie Lane is approved as a nightclub, 12 is also approved as a nightclub, and the 17 Dalhousie Lane is approved as a restaurant. This is very important because later on when it comes to the transaction price, I will show you why the approved use is so important, because you have shophouse side by side, but they sell very different prices exactly because of the approved use. So conservation house, so number 14, this is to show the capital appreciation of Little India shophouses. So you can see from 2001 to 2019, in the 18 years, the prices has gone from 608,000 and the last transacted in 2019 was 2.4 million. It is actually, in the 19 years, it has gone up by 295%, which is about 15.5% per annum. This is another one, 19 Dalhousie Lane, from 920 to 3.4 million. In that 17 years, it's gone up 269%, which is 15.8% per annum. This is just a capital appreciation. We're not even taking into account the rental yield. And we are not talking about the only one. The Dalhousie Lane is not a very long lane, and already there are many transactions that are in that kind of price range. Okay, so the most recent transaction in the last 2 or 3 years, the transaction is between 2.4 million and 4 million. So just now we talk about the approved use, which is very important. Number 2, Dalhousie Lane, that hit 4 million is a coffee shop on the ground floor. It's in a corner, it's the coffee shop, so it's F&B. Number 19 is actually a nightclub. So the nightclub will also attract higher prices at 3.4 million. And so this 17 Dalhousie Lane is actually approved for F&B. We talked about that earlier on. And the asking is only 2.5 million. And then the next one is the 2 units that are approved for nightclub. They are also only asking for 2.5 million each. These are special price that have convinced the owner for us to showcase, for us to put special focus on during because it's this virtual open house is a new thing, and to attract more buyers and to give a special price only for this period because of the lockdown. We are only, this 2.5 million is only for a limited period. So if you look at the, in terms of rental yield and in terms of capital appreciation, 2.5 million is actually a very, very good price. Okay, so first check secures, give me your best and sincere offer and contact your personal PropNex agent. They will know how to contact me. So if there's any question, if you need private Zoom for more details, the interior or the floor plan and other information, feel free to contact me and get in touch with me. If there's any question you can raise now, otherwise we can go on to the next few presenters. Thank you. Any question? Everyone is very shy. No question. You can ask me privately or contact with your personal PropNex agent. So the next up, we have, who is the next person? Robert's Lane.
It's Desi.
Desi. Desi, are you ready? You can take over now.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hi, good morning, everyone. Okay, before that, please, strictly no recording and photocopy or photo taking. Yeah. So, marketing for the property is also Little India. Is just focus on the premises. Is a shop house at 32 Roberts Lane. Is also at the District H in Little India as well. Yeah. Okay, you can see here the land and building information. They are under shop house, is on the commercial and residential status, and with a plot ratio 3.5, and the size, the land size for the 1244 square feet approximately, and it is the 2-story under shop house building with a URA conservation status. Its current GFA is 2120 square feet approximately. This is listing is with GST register. The status, the tenure right now is a freehold property. You can see the photo here. I can't show you the floor plan because it's on the ground floor because it's closed. So I cannot manage to get the inside on the photo. So I have only the picture here for the first story from outside. And you can see on the second story, it's a very nice woods, a nice renovated unit. And they make it as residential or second floor, I think around 4 bedrooms. That currently is rented now. You can see the condition even behind us is very nice. The condition is nice renovated. And the base, you can see the type plan on base and URA. We check it out, and the status is location is just around 2 or 3 minute walking distance to Perepa MRT. It's at the best location. It's just walking distance about 200 over meter only to that place. You can see that all the surrounding is bus stop, car park, everything is a lot of public car park is around that area, and the surrounding you see like many is an interesting place like Mustafa, not far from here, as well as a Park Royal Hotel and connections and hospital nearby the surroundings on this place. Okay, next, okay, based on URA master plan, and we already checked for this place. You can see here with very clear that writing is a 3.5 plot ratio with the residential or commercial status. Okay, and you can this place is currently first story. They're using is as per import business, and allowed by URA right now is a shop, is a takeaway foods and no dine in, and possible to submit application, and we already seen in the URA like childcare, commercial school, gym, fitness, or restaurants. I think it's a possibility for you to apply. And for the second story currently is residential, and you can apply, you can change use to office and commercial school, or maybe community use. And the best part is student hostel maybe have a chance for you, and you can get high return rental for the next time, especially when you or add for the GFA, but still subject to a URA. You need to apply. As you seen, I explained here that currently plot ratio 3.5 is a very rare, to be honest, on this Little India, which the plot ratio 3.5 is a land size 1244 square feet approximately. In the current GFA only 2120 square feet. You can possibility to extend the GFA up to 4354 square feet for the 6-story building for only currently is the GFA of only 2120. So you can add up any more GFA for 2234 square feet. Still subject to approval by URA. You need to apply, and maybe DC charges apply if you are extend more to 6. So it is the sample. That it is the conservation status with the residential commission. This I show you. You can see there is a under conserved building, the status you only can extend on the behind. Yeah, only you can extend on the behind extension, but the frontage you have to be remain as conserved. So you can build more highest this the example exactly the current shop house is a very nice shop house, very nice building, and the frontage also nice. And you see the right sample that you need, you can extend as example behind, can go to up to 6 story. And one of the nearest example here is only number 3 Roberts Lane. Is currently is a Zaman Center. It's at the behind his hotel, and you can see the front text still remain as a conserve. This is not allowed to build because their status under conservation is residential status. Okay, the past translated for the figure when we check it out already from URA result and the square foot. For District 8, about approximately only 3,000 over shop houses at the Little India side and the surrounding are stated here. Yet only 26 for the freehold property is not included. The 99 that my partner just now, Helen, mentioned it, about more than 30 units and sold is with together with the 99 units. But we are for the 20 for freehold property only 26 only has been sold, translated for past 1 year. Out of 26 the sales, only 5 are zoning residential with the commercial on the first floor. And that you can deduce that out of that. Out of the 5, is only one a direct comparison for you for this conservation with the status residential with the plot ratio 3.5. And also only is the closer to MRT. You can see that during COVID-19, 29 January, it has been transacted at 31 Roberts Lanes, just nearby the unit, opposite the unit that I'm marketing right now. It has been sold at 256 PSA. This is during COVID, yeah. It's a 293. With the average, we already studied the translated around 11 for the freehold property. In January to June during COVID, this average for freehold property is 2723 PSL. As a comparable, is only one, the nearest is opposite that this unit. That we are asking only at 2693, still below average BSF for freehold property in this during COVID-19. Yeah, we are asking only for 3.65 million, yet negotiable. And okay, you can see the difference. That's why the 31 sold is for 2.93. You can see the difference within 32 and 31. For the 30 unit is a very nice dana. For the 32 unit, and the second floor is a concrete, cement concrete. Base is a very strong structure. And for the 31 Roberts Lands, I've been there, bring the fire as well in. On, you can see the photo is a very rundown, the condition, and as well inside on the second floor is only wood. Is only wood. Is yeah. You if you want to build more, I think you need to rebuild this with the heavy concrete structure. You want to extend more to 6 stories. Okay, the listing summary, I repeat, I just make fast because all my partner earlier already explained about the location, about the surrounding, about that advantage, about the Little India, and also that Kampung Glam in Chinatown. So this is the summary that I'm marketing the property. It's a District X, also Little India, 32 Roberts Lands, 2-story shop house building with URA conservation status, residential with commercial zone on the first story. Plot ratio 3.5 is, to be honest, is very rare. You can't find this the 3.5 plot ratio for the shop houses status. Most of them is normal conservation, just 2-story, or maybe the maximum plus attic. As you see, the land size 1244 and this current GFA 2120, and you can allow to extend more. Okay, this company under a company listing is a GST applied, yeah. So freehold. This is the best place and the location and the price 3.35 million. Okay, so if any question, I'm straightforward one. So any interested to ask any question, I will answer straight away. I still have a little bit more time for me because my listing all straightforward. Yeah. Any question you can ask me, then I will answer straight away. Or maybe you can ask me later. Okay, next maybe Anna, you can go next. So while the people asking, there is a few listing, quality listing, commercial listing that I have right now. So maybe I can ask my partner to put down is the chat, and you can take. Or furthermore, you can contact your agent for more detail on the size and the build up. So your agent, or you can contact you is my client or inside, you can call me directly. I will send to you an email to you all the details for this my listing. Yeah, around this area. You can contact me.
Thank you
Okay,
very
that's
much.
all. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for the very clear presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's any question, please, you can raise now. Otherwise, you can approach Desi for a more detailed explanation. Right now we have Wilkie. Wilkie, are you ready? Wilkie is going
Yes,
to
I'm here.
present a shophouse for sale in Jalan Mas Puteh, which is in Clementi near NUS. Okay. Yes, Wilkie.
Helen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can
Okay.
start your share screen. Wilkie, I can take it away.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Wilkie from PropNex. Today I'll be doing a virtual open house for West Coast District 5. Okay, for this seminar, hopefully there's no recording or photo taking. Okay, the unit that I'm marketing for sales is at Jalan Mas Puteh. Jalan Mas Puteh is a Malay name, and is located in District 5, West Coast. It's surrounded by HDB and a lot of a few condominiums over there. This is a strata shop house, which means it's only on the ground floor. The upstairs is residential. It's not belongs to the same owner. The land size is 1270 square foot. Okay. This picture which you see will be the whole row of the shop house. And then you can see this is the other side of the shop house. The unit marketing is one of the unit over here, which is, I can draw. This is the unit that I'm marketing. Previously, this unit was rented out as a massage operator, to a massage operator. Currently, they have changed to a bakery. This unit is selling with tenancy, current new tenancy. And this unit is asking for 2.6 million, no GST. As you can see on the front of the shop house, there's a lot of car park lot. Okay, this Jalan Mas Puteh is zoned under residential with commercial at the first story. It's not under, this is not sitting on the conservation side. Okay, as you can see, these are only the shop house area. Behind are all the landed property. Then opposite there's the petrol kiosk named under SO West Coast. It's been there for a long time. And this is the road that you can see. There's the shop house over here are all very good frontage. Okay, currently the shop is approved as a takeaway. The operator applied as a takeaway and a retail shop. And this is the frontage for the operator.
Wilkie, we lost you.
Hey, hi Helen. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, okay. So this unit is currently tenanted to a bakery at $4,000 rental per month. There's no GST for this unit. It's a private owner. So some of the buyer would like to know, if let's say if this is a strata, how is the maintenance going like? For this unit, there's no maintenance. Okay, so the upper level usually if there's let's say there's a leaking, both the ground floor and the upper floor owner, they will discuss and they'll do the repair. And the upper floor is also a relative of the ground floor. Helen? I have ended my presentation. If you got anything, you can just get your agent to contact me.
Okay, thank you, Wilkie. That's very short and sharp and very clear. Thank you. If there's any question for Wilkie, please, you can raise now. Is there anyone? Okay, if there's no question, you feel shy or you want to have a private Zoom, you can contact Wilkie or you contact your personal PropNex agent. They will know how to contact Wilkie. Okay, so the next up, we have Evangeline. Evangeline, are you ready?
Hi, Helen. Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. You can start share screen now. So Evangeline will be presenting an office for sale. Just now we know that the Alibaba actually bought a lot of office space in the downtown area. So Evangeline is going to present office in Sunshine Plaza. Okay, thank you. Evangeline, you can.
Thank you, Helen. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can all hear you. Like,
Okay, you can see my screen as well?
yes, can see us.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hi everyone, my name is Evangeline. I'm going to give you a very quick overview of what's happening in the commercial space right now. I will do a little bit of the past, back in 2019, and then moving forward, what it may be like, okay? As usual, we have our disclaimer clause. We have done our research, but we also hope that you can do your own due diligence. Strictly no recording and no photo taking, yeah? Okay, so what has been happening back in 2019? Here we actually shortlisted 5 top transactions in 2019. Actually showing just transaction it may not give you a sense of what's really happening. What we really want to know is exactly who are actually behind these transactions and who are actually investing in Singapore. Let's take a look. So first up, we have Bugis Junction Towers is actually it's actually under Keppel REIT initially, and then who bought it? Let's take a look. It's actually bought by a fund managers from the United States. Yeah. Moment. Yeah. So it's actually bought by a fund managers from United States. And the per square foot is actually 2,200. Moving next, we have Realty Center on block. Okay, and don't worry about the map size. Actually, this is not meant to share with you in detail. I just want to give you a sense of where Realty Center is. Okay, this is actually Prince Edward MRT, and this move from here on is actually Tanjong Pagar Terminus. So Realty Center is this building here, which is very close to the southern waterfront area. And who actually bought this? It's actually a Chinese conglomerate. So Chinese is also one of our key investors in Singapore, and they actually bought it for 2,400 PSF. Okay, next we have KH Kia Building. Where is KH Kia Building? Is actually beside Raffles Hotel. Yeah, behind Carlton Hotel, next to Raffles Hotel. So it's actually also a prime location. And you saw who bought this building is actually UOL Group. Not surprising because UOL is just beside them. You can see from the picture. Yeah, and I just wanted to highlight to you the marketing agent that has been selling this building. What was their comment? They say that they have seen very keen interest from a wide spectrum of end users, investors, developers, both local and international. So this highlight that so long as we have well-located prime commercial buildings, they will always be in demand. And this unit was actually transacted at 1,843 PSF. Moving on, we have South Point. Where is South Point? South Point is actually pretty near Realty Center. Okay, Realty Center is here, if you recall. South Point is just down the road, slightly further down here. Okay, who bought this building? The person behind the purchase is actually related to Charles & Keith's founder. So this is actually a local player, right? And the PSF that they bought it is 2,444 PSF. Next, we have this building at Robinson Road, 77 Robinson, okay? And Robinson Road is actually in CBD area. I think it's quite a prominent road, so I didn't put in a map here. Who actually bought this? It's Gao Capital, and Gao Capital is actually a Hong Kong-based fund managers. And this is really their second commercial asset in Singapore. Prior to Gao Capital, who actually owned it? It's actually CLSA Capital, and this is actually a fund house managed by China City Group. So we can see both Hong Kong and China players are also in Singapore. And the PSF they bought it is 2,300 PSF. Next up, we have another unit along Robinson Road, is Robinson Center, and it's actually bought by ARA. ARA is actually a local fund managers until they got, they actually delisted in 2017, and who went in to delist them is actually Warburg Pincus as well as China fund houses. So we can see that Both US, China, Hong Kong, local are all in Singapore. ARA bought Robinson Center at a PSF of 2,600. Next up, I wanted to share with you Seligi Center. So Seligi Center is, here is the School of the Arts. So if you just go in further, this is actually Seligi House. Yeah. And this one is actually bought by, we can see from here, an Indonesian player. And they bought it at 1,942 PSF. Okay, how about moving forward 2020? What's going to happen to the commercial space? This one has already been covered by Richard and Gracelynn earlier, so I won't go into details, but I'll just quickly run through. Yeah, office space is not going to go away post-COVID. People will still have to go back to the office to work because humans are social animals, and it's actually more productive back in the office as well. This one Richard has also covered. In the COVID period, Alibaba actually bought a 50% stake in AXA Tower. So I just wanted to share with you, we have seen so many players in Singapore. So exactly how much is our foreign direct investment in Singapore? Singapore being the hubs of hubs, right? So what is exactly the amount that is pouring in? Let's take a look. This statistics, I actually got it from singstats.gov.sg. So you can also do your own due diligence by going to this website. So you can see we are in 2018 now, and this is in millions of Singapore dollar. So this is actually $1.7 trillion that we are getting on a yearly basis. Let's take a look. 10 years ago, back in 2008, the amount is actually about 1/3. So it goes to show that as you see, the trend from 2006 all the way to 2018, the numbers are just keep increasing. So it goes to show that Singapore is actually very well positioned to attract a lot of companies to set up their regional headquarters in Singapore. So commercial space is definitely one major assets class that you should consider. Okay, this one has already been covered by Richard. Singapore still offers the best bet in Asia Pacific, is in the radar of all the property investors. Yeah. So moving forward, what kind of companies will take up space in CBD is likely going to be the tech firms and the startups. All right. This one, Hong Kong Paint, could it be Singapore gain? Maybe. And Richard has also covered the PR scheme, fast track PR scheme. Yeah, global companies may shift treasury operation out of Singapore, and definitely Singapore is one of the treasury centers, the key financial centers. Okay, next, let's see what is happening in 2020 in terms of the en bloc activities. Actually, just in June, we already have 2 news of en bloc. One is GSM building. GSM building is along Middle Road, and it was announced on the 3rd of June. Just 1 week later, Beach Road, 101 Beach Road was also put up for en bloc. And the kind of prices that they are looking at is between 2004 to 2008. That depends on, there's a certain breakdown of how they can use the plot ratio. So there's actually a range in terms of the PSF here. Right. So why does retail investor, why should they consider commercial as one of their asset class to invest in? And it has been, you can take a look at this graph. Since 2015 to 2019, we actually shows you the breakdown in terms of what our retail investors are actually investing in. You can tell that actually right in 2019, a lot of the transactions are happening in the 1 million to 2 million region. This is the gray space, as well as the 2 million to the 5 million region. And then more than 5 million is the blue one. You can see that actually the yellow and the blue one has increased in terms of the contribution. So why are people investing in commercial? Simply because commercial, we have no ABSD. Foreigners buyers are actually eligible. There's no SSD. You can loan up to 90% depending on the structures, and high rental yield. So you have higher cash flow. Next up is my unit at Sunshine Plaza. It won't be long, it's just a very quick 5-minute sharing because I've given 15 minutes, I spent 10 minutes to cover the commercial space a bit. So I will spend the next 5 minutes on Sunshine Plaza. So this unit that I have at Sunshine Plaza is actually 1,119 square feet. Yeah, asking is about 2.3 million, at PSF is about 2,055. This is actually a pre-COVID asking price. Okay, after my sharing on my unit, I will share with you further what price could we close this unit at. Even at 2.3 asking price, the rental yield is at 3.5%. So let's take a look at what's the unique selling point of Sunshine Plaza. Sunshine Plaza actually is located in a very good prime district. It's near CBD, Beach Road, Ophir, Rocher district. Right? It's a very relatively young building, TOP in 2001. And you can take a look at this picture over here. Yeah, it actually will give your company a pretty good corporate image. It has good accessibility to 4 MRT lines. We have the Bugis, Bras Basah, Dhoby Ghaut, and Bencoolen. Next up is actually developed by our reputable CDL. So rest assured about the quality of the building. My unit size at 1,119 square feet is actually a good size. For the whole of Sunshine Plaza, you have a range between 484 to 1,345. So 1,119 square feet is actually quite a good size for your tenant. Okay, I will also touch on the tenant profile later, and it's actually a pretty good tenant profile that we have for this unit. Okay, rejuvenation of this area by URA. This Sunshine Plaza actually sits in this civic district that has been zoned and for rejuvenation by URA. So that goes to show that so long as you are in a prime location, you're near to so many MRTs, yeah, you be rest assured that the value of your unit will be preserved and there will be upside potential. And Sunshine Plaza actually is the largest plot of commercial and residential site in that area with very good frontage. And of course, there's also surrounding en-bloc activities around Sunshine Plaza. This slide actually goes to share with you URA rejuvenation plan. Sunshine Plaza actually is over here. Yeah. And this whole district is under URA planning, is called the Civic District. So you can see there's actually many, BBP actually stands for Bras Basah Bugis Precinct. So URA wanted to breathe life back into this area because it's definitely one of the prime area. And in this area, there are actually many conserved shophouses as well. And then they will also like to make it more lively. Okay, this slide actually, I will do a comparison of what's the PSF like in the vicinity that has been transacting at. First up, just now I already shared with you about Seligi Center, right? Seligi Center is actually sold at a land price of 1,942 and they were going to redevelop that land. GSM building, just now we talked about the en-bloc activities. They are actually asking for about 2,312 PSF, and that's just pure land. So if you add your construction cost and you add your profit margin, so you can make a guess of what kind of profit margin, what kind of prices they will be selling it at. Also, just now we shared about 101 Beach Road, about their en-bloc. They're asking is about 2004 to 2008, depending on how they're going to use the land. So if you have heard about the M as well, this is actually a residential unit over here. Okay, And on launch date in February, they actually sold 70% on their launch weekend. So it's actually there's a lot of demand in this area. And for now, you can get unit at starting from 2,400 plus, but most of the unit has already been at the 2007, 2008 PSF region already. Next up, we have Midtown Bay. Midtown Bay is actually over here. And this will be a grade A office space over here, right? If you're going to invest in the residential unit, it's a mixed development. They have residential component. So if you're going to invest in residential over there, you're going to put in about 2008 PSF. So Sunshine Plaza will be, this is the post-COVID, where I managed to convince the owner to let go at a more attractive price. So right now we are looking in the range of 2.1 million, and it will only be 1,876 PSF. With this PSF, may I ask you, what is your risk? This is going to be a very attractive price point for you. This slide, we're going to share with you the floor plan for this floor. My unit is located at level 8. It's actually 08-06 is this unit over here. Yeah, and this is 1119 square feet. You can see and you compare it to the other units over here, right? Yes. So this is actually probably about 500 square feet type of unit. Yeah. So this unit actually give you a lot of room to play with for your tenants. So after, when you come out from the lift lobby, you come out. This unit currently is tenanted to this tenant that have actually rented 4 units on this whole floor plate. Is 03, 04, 05, and 06. So it's these 4 units here. So when you come out from the lift lobby, actually this will be their reception area. 03 and 04 will be their reception area. So who is our tenant? Our tenant is actually AVA Insurance Broker. Okay, and AVA Insurance Broker is actually a professional insurance broking firm, and they are fully licensed by MAS. Their management team has a combined experience of 90 years. Let me just share with you the key milestone of this company, and you can see how stable this company is. This company actually assisted in the design and the implementation of mandatory professional indemnity insurance scheme for the real estate agency on the invitation by the Council of Estate Agents. So you can see the kind of network that they have and the kind of customer profile that they tap on. And they have also ventured in the provision of student protection insurance schemes for government and government-assisted schools under MOE, okay, through active participation in the GBiz arena. So they also are able to tap on government contracts. Next, secured entire insurance portfolio for PAP Community Foundation, including all their childcare, kindergartens, and elder care centers. So I just want to give you a sense of how stable this tenant is, and this tenant has been there since 2012. Okay, so that's all for my sharing on Sunshine Plaza. Do contact me at 2.1 million for this unit. Rental yield is almost close to 4%. Okay, thank you so much, Helen. Over back to you.
Okay, thank you, Evangeline, for the very clear and very succinct presentation on Sunshine Plaza. You can stop share now. Okay, so next up, Richard, you have, do you want to take over from here, Richard?
Okay, yep. Actually, I have only one listing for sale in CBD lah. So shall I continue from here, or we just?
Yeah, I guess we can. 12 o'clock, we'll just overrun by another maybe 10-15 minutes. Be patient and stay with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the unit that I will be presenting today. Okay, this unit is at Trust Street. Okay, Trust Street actually is at the Tanjong Pagar Conservation Area. Okay, so in the entire Trust Street, Tanjong Pagar, Duxton Road, Duxton Hill, Crate Road, okay, then Peksia, even Peksia area. So this whole area, the tenure of the shop houses are only 99-year leasehold. So this Trust Street is inside this Tanjong Pagar Conservation Area. That's why this particular unit is the tenure is 99 years. Start from sorry, there's a typo error. It's 1995, not 1955. Sorry. Okay, so okay, the land size is 1339. Okay, the GFA is 3008. 3-story attics and no GST lah. Okay, so this particular unit, the ground floor actually is F&B. It's an F&B. So upper floor are service office lah. So this particular unit, the rental for this particular unit is okay. The unit is here lah. It's just here. Yeah. So this particular unit, the ground floor rental and upper floor rental is at $26,000. Okay, and this unit, the asking price is 11 million. Nego lah. Yeah, the price are negotiable. Okay, so rental 26,000 and the price is 11 million. Okay, I just show you a bit. Okay, so just now I mentioned about this unit is under commercial. Okay, so Tanjong Pagar is here, the main road. Trust Street is just behind, followed by Peksia, then Duxton Road. And this one whole lump of shop houses they are, as I mentioned, is all 99-year leasehold, and they are zoned under commercial. So commercial means what? Zone under commercial means foreigner can eligible to buy. Second, they don't need to pay ABST. And there's no seller stamp duty, and this location actually just now I did mention on that there's one fund. His name is 8M Realty. If you go and Google, you'll be able to see them, and they actually bought many units in Tanjong Pagar area. I think they own maybe could be close to 100 million of shop houses in just this location only, and they actually own 800 million. So just Tanjong Pagar area should be close to 100 million now. Yeah, what I have seen. Okay, so Trust Street location is like that. Yeah, this is in the night time. Okay, and if you realize that behind actually is Tanjong Pagar Center. So generally Tanjong Pagar is because of we have one Tanjong Pagar Center. We got International Plaza, and this location is one of the most busiest area because with lots of office building, you know, and actually mixed with these shop houses is beautiful. So another unit, okay, this is one of the unit that I'm presenting. Okay. Second unit is I think last week I have already present. I'm not sure you guys has any I don't know whether is there anyone that is new here. Maybe I will just go through a quick one. So this unit that I'm marketing is at Temple Street. Temple Street is here. Okay, the arrow is here. Okay, so this particular unit, same thing. They are 3-story and attics, but these are 999 leasehold. Okay, ground floor rent to a KTV, karaoke. Second floor rent to a massage. The upper floor is a tattoo. So the ground floor and the massage has been in the business in this particular unit, you know, close to it's more than 10 years now. Yeah, because in CBD generally KTV, karaoke and massage no longer give license already. So all these tenant has been here for long and they just continue to operate, and because of their clientele, so they come back to them again. They know them, and this massage really, according to the landlord, they has been here should be close to 20 years. Just imagine, it's close to 20 years. Traditional Thai massage. Yeah, it's quite a popular one. Okay. So these are the location. Okay, this is the photos of the unit. So as mentioned here, okay, the ground floor is a nightclub, karaoke. Second floor massage, the licensing. Upper floor they actually approved under office, but they are using it as a tattoo lah. Yeah. So the licensing is here. So it's until their expiry 2021. So again, zone under commercial zoning, same thing. These are Chinatown, okay, Pagoda Street, Mott Street, Smith Street. Yeah, these are all around this location. Yeah, the floor plan of this particular unit. Okay, so generally I will want to share is to be honest, in CBD or shop houses in Little India, in Kampong Glam is the same. Because of COVID, because of this circuit breaker, I would say that there must be some owners who are they will be more reasonable, due to certain reason. But of course, if you want to find a fire sale in this location, will be tough, I would say. But I personally feel it's an opportunity for the buyers to come in, because I have shown earlier slides on the shop house trend. Generally, the prices are always on the uptrend gradually over the year. It has never mentioned about coming down. Reason why is because all these owners, especially just now, I think one of the colleagues was talking about the funds are all from pension, from insurance. Yes, I do agree. But I just want to share, individual, those high net worth individuals, they have been coming to Singapore to look into this type of trophy asset over the last at least 7 years. Reason being because of, because why? Because overseas, in the very messy mode. There's so many countries are in the mess. So that's the reason why Singapore become one of the best investment. That's the reason why we have all the statistics, all the number one in Singapore in terms of investment. So that's why I just highlight back again. The high net worth actually buy all these shop houses. Mainly they pay in cash. So they don't have a mortgage loan. You just imagine. So what do you think? If they don't have a mortgage loan, what do you think this owner will they sell at fire price? So-called the fire price, fire sale price. Yeah, so I don't think so, but generally there will be still some owners may need to sell, okay, because of their business. So I think it's an opportunity to seriously look into it, because that is where you have the opportunity, because the foreigners are not able to come to Singapore and look into it. But moving forward, I'm sure, based on all the statistics that we have shown, eventually Gracelynn and myself, we have talked about all the big boys are coming in. So same, all the foreigner individuals, they will also come into this area, District 1 and 2, okay, the Kampong Glam, the Little India, and also Geylang. Geylang is also another place of transformation. So, and the price are all reasonable, very attractive as compared to CBD. So this is why I say, this area, you guys should actually look into it. You should actually recommend to your buyers, you get more details from all the lister and all the information we have sent it to the Telegram. So you may actually get all the details from the Telegram and actually start to talk to your buyers or investors who actually they own multiple properties, and they still they still want to invest. So what else can they buy? They cannot be continuous buying Boulevard 88, cannot continue buying Marina 1. They will have to buy something. So commercial property is one of the sector that you guys should recommend and connect with all these high net worth of yours, so that you can actually add value to them also. Okay, so I think my two properties, the first property is Trust Street. Second property is at Temple Street. Actually, both are asking 11 million. Okay, so these two properties, both are asking 11 million. So if you need more information, actually, if you can get your invited agents to connect with me, so that I can actually share more information with them. So I think I have end my session. Okay, Helen. So maybe we'll open up to the ground, see who.
A question for you, Richard.
Yes, okay.
Do you yourself personally invest in shop houses?
Wow, this is PNC. Can I don't talk about this during in this chat? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Boss,
Yes.
can we actually gather all the shop houses that is for sale for today in a slide? Just a
Okay.
very summarized one so that we can
Okay.
actually summarize with the buyer.
Okay, sure. We can compile it in one slide.
Actually, yeah, sorry. I actually have created a master list.
Yes, yes.
So I will send you. You can click in and get access. It's an online live updating, so multiple parties can update at the same time. Then that list will be blasted in the Telegram.
So in the Telegram that we can go and look for it.
Yeah, but you have to update over there first.
We will need to update because we just created.
I think you haven't. Have you seen it? You haven't seen it, right?
Haven't.
Yeah, I will PM you later.
So
Okay.
any question from the ground that you guys want to ask, you can actually unmute yourself and you can ask so that we can actually try our best to answer. Okay, everyone in the chat, we can try to answer. Yep. Any other things that you guys want to ask? Gracelynn, did we answer all the questions? Because I'm not looking at the chat.
So far, so good, except
Okay.
for Ling Lim, her
Okay.
question on the permitted licensing held by the tenants. Where, okay, so I have shared that the licenses are tagged to the tenants. For the approved use is actually attached to the shop houses. That is why there is a market for business for takeover and for sales. So there it's not a simple transaction. So when it comes to business sales, it's not a real estate transaction. So therefore, the PropNexans have to take note of this because the whole SOP, the procedure is very different from the normal real estate transaction. To find out more, do contact us. We will guide you privately. Yeah. So just remember, but the licenses is attached to the tenants. Approved use as a pub, spa, F&B is attached to the shop houses. Okay, hope this is clear.
Okay. Let me see. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I think it's fine. So if we don't have any question, Helen, is it okay? We just end the session now.
Yes, I think yes. Thank you, everybody for attending. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Can okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Richard, are we going to have a meeting?
We can short one. We can have a short one. Yeah.
We get out and get in again.
We get in. We get out first. Okay. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Stop recording.